So for the longest time, the Shure SM7B and the Rode NT1 were the go-to professional microphones for most streamers and podcasters out there. They weren't really geared towards beginners because they did require a bit more of an advanced setup. They are XLR inputs, so you do need a phantom power source or an audio interface to actually power both of those microphones. Shure is looking to change that with the newest addition in their lineup. This is their new MV7 microphone. It's a USB XLR hybrid microphone that's geared towards streamers, podcasters, and anyone else looking to get a professional sounding microphone on somewhat of a budget. Podcasters will enjoy this microphone and its cardioid pickup pattern just as much as anyone else, thanks to being able to use both the USB and XLR microphone output simultaneously. For gamers, it's TeamSpeak certified, and for YouTubers, it makes it a perfect addition to their in-studio videos. Or will it? In today's video, I'm going to be the judge of that. We're going to go ahead and compare it to a few different XLR and USB microphones up in the game room, but first I want to go ahead and cover a few important details on the Shure MV7. First up, getting into the design, the MV7 isn't exactly decorated with buttons and switches. You get a microphone mute button for whenever you need it, and along the body you get a nice touch panel that's decorated with LED lights to indicate your current gain level. It does look cool, but at the same time, it does make it more difficult to adjust your gain in place of standard knobs and dials. You get a nice durable premium feel to the body of the microphone with your XLR, micro USB, and headphone jack on the back. Which I don't understand the micro USB part. Why not just go USB Type-C? This is a $250 microphone. At bare minimum with the XLR input, if you're gonna make it USB alongside with it, I would definitely think it would be a USB Type-C connection. We all know how easy it is to break those micro USB cables. I mean, if you're gonna be moving this microphone every couple of minutes, which I'm assuming you are when you're streaming and gaming, that micro USB cable is going to snap pretty much every week. It's terrible. I mean, when I connect it and disconnect it from my cameras, I can't tell you how many micro USB cables I go through down here in the studio. I mean, like I said, at bare minimum, I feel like for a $250 microphone, if you are going to do USB, it should be a USB Type-C connection, not micro USB. Getting back to the XLR and USB output simultaneously, you can use them at the same time, which is a fantastic feature and something I've never seen on a microphone of this caliber before. You can record your low resolution file over USB and your higher resolution file over XLR. In the box, you get the microphone itself with its all-metal chassis along with your micro USB cables. One of them being USB Type-C to micro USB, the other one being USB to micro USB. No XLR microphone cable is included that is required so you can connect your microphone to an audio interface or a phantom power source. Now it does come with a thread and connector, but you will have to purchase a boom arm separately or some type of microphone stand for your setup. I'll leave the best ones linked down below in the description for you guys. To get the most out of this microphone, you will have to download the Shure Plus Motive app, which is super easy to set up and the only way you can really get those firmware updates when they become available. You can adjust your frequency responses or select your favorite presets in the app, but if you're just feeling lazy, you can go ahead and select your auto mode and get right to work. Now the microphone itself is a cardioid pickup pattern, which you guys know is perfect for streaming and for podcasting, and it's also much less susceptible to signal distortion and audio clipping when you connect it through USB over an XLR input. Also, you don't need an audio interface or a phantom power source to power this microphone when it is connected through USB. The main difference between this microphone and its bigger brother, the SM7B, is that with the SM7B you get more accurate bass response, and it's mainly used for vocal recordings that go together very well with applications that partner with other musical instruments. Not to mention with the SM7B, you do need an amplifier, and even then, you have to always position yourself close with that microphone, whereas with the MV7, you can move back and forth as you please and still get decent audio quality. So let's see how the audio quality stacks up against the competition. Alright guys, so now we're up here in the game room, and I'm talking to you guys on the Rode NT1 Studio microphone. We are in a soundproof room. I wanted to go ahead and compare these microphones for you guys. Happy Halloween. Let's switch over to the Shure MV7 so you can see what the microphone quality on this one sounds like in comparison. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 microphone. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, and only if you guys end up liking this video, please make sure you destroy that like button for me. Now let's go ahead. I wanted to do a couple different tests here. We're going to compare the Shure microphone at this length, 2 feet away, 4 feet away, and so on. So here's the first test. We're right in front of the microphone and I'm talking to you guys. Now we're going to back up about 2 feet. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when you're 2 feet away. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when you're 4 feet away. This is what the microphone quality sounds like when you're 6 feet away. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when you're 8 feet away. Now, one thing I did want to mention is when I was doing that test, when I was 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, and 8 feet away, the mic position in the Shure Plus Motive software was set to near. if you guys have to be further away, there is an option where it actually bumps up the gain and does a couple of other things that changes the microphone quality when you're further away, so it picks it up a lot better. You can go ahead and select that in the Shure Plus Motive software. You can select near or far based on your position, in case you guys were wondering. Now, some cons that I did notice up here with the Shure MV7 is it does pick up vibrations on the boom arm, on the mic, on the desk, and it being micro USB doesn't really inspire a lot of trust either. So just want to clarify that for you guys. Those are some of the things that I did find wrong with this microphone. That's if you find it wrong. I mean, everyone, like I said, their setup is going to be different. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that for you guys in case you were wondering. Now, next up, we're going to go ahead and compare the microphone quality on the Shure MV7 to the Rode NT1 and the Elgato Wave 3, which is my favorite USB microphone for streaming and gaming. So let's go ahead and do that test now. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 microphone. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Rode NT1 studio microphone. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Elgato Wave 3. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Rode NT1 studio microphone. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Elgato Wave 3. I'm sure you guys noticed how good the Shure MV7 is at eliminating all that background noise. We have a couple of fans turned on up here in the game room, and it doesn't seem to be picking up any of that background noise. Now, something that's really funny with the Shure MV7 is earlier when I tested it out with the USB connection, it sounded a little bit better than when I was connected through XLR, which is supposed to be the opposite. Obviously, it's supposed to sound a lot better when you're connected through XLR. So I want to go ahead and do that test for you guys right now so you guys can see it. And you guys can go ahead and let me know down below in the comments section if you think the USB sounds better than the XLR input, and also which one of these microphones you think sounded the best. So let's go ahead and do that now. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when it's connected through USB. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when it's connected through the XLR input. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like with the Shure MV7 when it's connected through USB. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7 when it's connected through the XLR input. One thing too you guys will notice with the Shure MV7 is that the windscreen comes off fairly easily. So if you guys are rocking it upside down, it's probably going to fall off. But yeah, I don't know. Feels kind of cheap. Either way, this leads us now to the keyboard click test that I like doing up here in the game room when we test out the microphones on gaming headsets and other USB microphones. So we're going to go ahead and see how much keyboard clicking the Shure MV7 picks up when it's right next to the keyboard. So we're going to do it with the Shure MV7 kind of pointed up and then also kind of pointed towards me. So two different tests, but here it is. It doesn't seem to be picking up any keyboard clicking. I mean, fairly little, which is really good, especially for a microphone up here. I do have noise gain and suppression turned on in OBS Studio when I'm recording this, because those are my default settings for the Rode NT1, in case you guys are wondering. Let's go ahead and turn the microphone just a little bit if you guys like using it this way. Let's see how much keyboard clicking this picks up. All right, so this seems to be picking up a little bit of keyboard clicking. Obviously, it picks up a little bit more when I start talking because that's when the noise gate opens up in OBS. Yeah, so turn it this way, turn it the other way. I mean, you guys will figure it out depending on your setup. Obviously, for everyone, it's going to be different. Either way, that's what the microphone quality is going to sound like on the Shure MV7 when you guys are using it for recording, streaming, podcasting, whatever it is. You guys are talking to your friends in Discord. If you guys are gaming, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Shure MV7, and that's how much keyboard clicking this microphone actually picks up. Getting into the pros of this microphone, the lows and the mids, they sound amazing. Getting into the highs, they don't sound fantastic, but they still provide a ton of detail. Now, obviously, I'm not a rapper or a vocalist, but I've tested out hundreds of microphones, especially when it's microphones that are geared towards gaming and tech. And this being a USB microphone and an XLR microphone at the same time makes this a winner, especially at that $250 price target. I can say with confidence it's in the top 3 microphones that I've ever tested, especially when it comes to streaming, podcasting, and recording. Now, gamers, I haven't forgot about you guys either. This thing is an absolute beast if you do want to go ahead and spend $250 on a new microphone. Amazon links will be down below in the description for you guys if you want to go ahead and purchase either one of these microphones and support the channel at the same time with no extra cost to you guys. Smash that like button if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.